Okay, let's jump into this deep dive. We've got a mission today that I think almost everyone can relate to. You want that confident adult smile, but you're trying to cut through all the noise to figure out the single best way to get there.
It's a huge decision, and the whole field has, it has changed so dramatically.
Right.
When adults think about straightening their teeth now, they're really looking at two main paths: clear aligners, and we'll probably just say Invisalign since it's the brand everyone knows,
Yeah.
and then the much improved world of modern traditional braces. What we found in our sources, especially from places like Vinova Dental that offer both, is that the choice isn't really about which one is better overall.
That's the key confusion, isn't it? People want a single right answer.
Exactly.
But the sources all confirm the right path is really this highly personal calculation. It seems to come down to three things: the complexity of your dental issues, how much you care about aesthetics, and maybe the biggest one, your own personal discipline.
Precisely. We have to stop thinking of it as just a product comparison. It's more of a lifestyle evaluation.
A lifestyle choice, yeah.
So our mission today is to unpack all of that, to get beyond just the tech specs and dive into those, messy, real-world problems.
Like the coffee dilemma.
The coffee dilemma, the wedding deadline,
Yeah.
all the things that make the choice so tricky in real life.
Okay, let's start with the basics then. The actual mechanics. They work in fundamentally different ways. Traditional braces are a fixed appliance. How do those little brackets actually move a whole tooth?
Think of it like a really precise anchor system. You've got these brackets bonded right onto the tooth. They act like little handles.
Okay, handles. I like that.
And these handles are all connected by an arch wire. The orthodontist tightens that wire, and that tension applies this continuous, very controlled force. It literally guides the tooth through the bone.
And this isn't just the bulky metal mouth we all remember from middle school.
Not at all. That's a huge misconception for adults. Modern tech has given us ceramic, tooth-colored brackets, which are much more subtle.
Way more subtle. They still work on that same high-power principle, but they're not nearly as obvious.
So that's the fixed system. Then you've got the clear aligner camp, Invisalign, which is a totally removable approach.
Yeah.
Tell us about the trays.
It's all about incremental change. You get a 3D scan of your mouth, and from that, they create this whole series of custom clear plastic trays.
A whole box of them.
A whole box. And each tray is a tiny bit straighter than the last. You wear one set for about a week or two, and it gently nudges your teeth into that new position. Then you just pop in the next set and continue the process.
Which brings us to the visual appeal. If you're a professional, if you're in meetings all day, discretion is probably priority number one.
This is where aligners they completely dominate. The plastic is so thin and clear, it's virtually invisible.
Really? Like people won't notice?
Honestly, someone can be talking to you face to face and have no idea you're wearing them. Even the best ceramic braces, you can still see them. If being discreet is the most important thing to you, aligners win. Hands down. Cool. Right. Let's pivot to the core trade-off here. This is where it gets really interesting. It's the power of the fixed appliance versus the discipline required for the removable one. Let's start with the sheer horsepower of braces.
Braces they're the heavyweight champion of mechanical power. Because that bracket is literally glued on, they have this incredible grip.
A grip you just can't get with plastic.
Right. It lets them do really complex movements that aligners sometimes struggle with.
What makes a case complex? What are we talking about here?
Usually it's things like significant rotations, especially on rounder teeth like canines, where a smooth tray has trouble getting a good hold, or vertical movements like pulling a tooth down that's way up high.
Oh, wow.
For those kinds of jobs, braces are often faster and definitely more predictable because they are applying force 24/7.
And that leads right to the convenience factor. Once they're on, they're on. You can't leave them on your nightstand. It's truly set it and forget it dentistry.
It is. And that constant force is why the treatment for really severe cases can actually be shorter with braces. There's zero risk of you accidentally sabotaging your own progress.
But the whole reason people want aligners is that freedom. You can take them out to eat, so suddenly popcorn, apples, all that forbidden food is back on the table.
That lifestyle benefit is massive, but it comes with a colossal catch.
The discipline.
The discipline requirement. For these things to work, you have to wear them 20 to 22 hours a day.
So 2 to 4 hours out total for the whole day.
At most. For eating, drinking anything but water, brushing, that's it.
And 4 hours sounds like a lot, but a lunch break, a long dinner, it goes by fast.
It goes by in a flash. And the consequence is immediate. If you're only wearing them for, say, 16 hours a day, the treatment just stops. Or worse, your teeth start to drift back.
So you try to put the tray back in and it doesn't fit?
It might not fit comfortably, yeah. Which means you might have to go back to the previous tray or get new scans, adding time and money to the whole process.
Wait, okay, but if braces are so powerful and foolproof, why would anyone risk the aligners if they know they might fail the discipline test?
It just comes back to aesthetics and comfort. Even with ceramic brackets, a lot of adults just cannot imagine having something fixed to their teeth for 18 months.
I can see that.
And aligners are also really effective for mild to moderate cases, a bit of crowding or spacing where you don't need that heavyweight power.
So if I'm hearing this right, braces are the reliable workhorse for the tough jobs. Aligners are the aesthetic choice for less complex cases, but their success is completely in the patient's hands. It's trusting the machine versus trusting yourself.
That is the perfect way to put it.
Let's talk about the practical stuff then, the discomfort. That's a huge fear for people. Which one actually hurts more?
They both cause discomfort. You're moving bones, after all.
Right.
But it's a different kind of discomfort.
Okay.
With braces, you get that initial mechanical irritation, the brackets and wires rubbing the inside of your cheeks and lips until they toughen up. That can last a week or two.
And then the tightening appointments.
Right. After every adjustment, your teeth are just sore. A deep ache for a couple of days that can make chewing really tough.
And how does that compare to the aligner pain?
With aligners, you don't have anything poking you, so you skip that irritation. The soreness is more of a dull pressure you feel when you switch to a new tray.
And because it's a new shape.
Exactly. But the sources suggest that pressure usually goes away faster than the brace's soreness, maybe in just a day or so.
What about the lisp? The fear that you'll suddenly sound like you have a mouthful of marbles at work.
Braces rarely affect speech long-term. With aligners, yeah, there's often a slight lisp for the first 2 or 3 days.
Just while your tongue gets used to it.
Your tongue just has to figure out the new landscape in your mouth, but it adapts really quickly. The lisp almost always goes away.
Okay, now for the big one. The place where daily habits just smash right into treatment success. The coffee addict dilemma.
Ah, yes. This is maybe the single biggest point of failure for aligner patients.
I believe it. You can't tell a working adult to just give up coffee.
Well, first, you can't drink anything hot with the aligners in. No hot coffee, no tea. It can literally warp the plastic.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. So it would ruin the tray.
It could, yes.
Yeah.
But let's say you drink iced coffee. Is that okay?
That's my question. An iced latte with the trays in? Good to go.
That's arguably worse for your dental health.
Worse? How?
If you're sipping anything sugary or milky with the trays in, you are trapping that liquid right against your teeth. The aligner becomes this little personal reservoir of acid and sugar.
Wow. Just bathing your teeth in it.
For hours, it's a perfect storm for cavities.
Oof. So the required habit change is massive. You have to take them out, drink your coffee fast, then go rinse, brush, and put them back in.
And if you're that person who sips one giant coffee over the course of the whole morning, and let's be honest, many of us are, you just lost 4 hours of wear time. Every single day.
Yeah, and that's your whole allotment.
Gone. For that person, traditional braces might actually be less of a hassle. You can drink whatever you want. You just have to be extra good about brushing after.
That is a fascinating point where the convenience of being removable becomes the biggest inconvenience of all.
And that leads us to the downside of the fixed appliance.
The hygiene.
The hygiene.
Right. If I pick braces for the reliability, what's the hidden cost I'm paying at the bathroom sink?
Time. You're paying in time. It takes so much longer to clean your teeth with braces. Food gets stuck everywhere.
I can only imagine.
You have to be incredibly meticulous with special tools, like threaders, to get floss under the wire. It can easily double or triple your normal cleaning time.
And then there's the risk of breaking something?
Always. You bite into a hard bagel or an apple the wrong way and pop, a bracket comes off.
And then you have to go in for a repair?
An emergency repair. And in the meantime, the movement on that tooth has stopped. It just adds delays.
Let's do our final real-world dilemma. The wedding date deadline. You've got a hard stop. 6 months until the big day. You need to look your best for photos.
This is a great scenario. And for a deadline like that, Invisalign is often the go-to recommendation.
Why is that?
Flexibility. Pure flexibility. Even if your treatment isn't 100% done by the wedding, we can make you photo ready.
How?
If you have attachments, those are the little tooth-colored dots that help the trays grip, the orthodontist can just temporarily remove them for the event.
So for the actual wedding day, you could be completely appliance-free, no attachments, no trays.
Yes, they pop the attachments off, you go enjoy your wedding, take all the photos you want, and then you come back after the honeymoon and resume treatment.
You absolutely could not do that with braces.
Trying to take braces off for a weekend would be incredibly expensive and destructive. It's not a thing.
That flexibility is a game changer for life events. So really, the consultation isn't just about picking a device, it's about choosing a commitment strategy.
That's exactly it. You have to be brutally honest with yourself. How complex is your case? How much do looks matter? And the big one, are you the disciplined 22-hour-a-day person? Or do you need the foolproof reliability of a fixed machine doing the work for you?
An honest answer to that last question probably decides everything.
It's the key to success.
So, what does this all mean for you, the listener, if you're still on the fence? Based on everything we've looked at, the next step isn't to guess, it's to get a professional consultation. They'll tell you your complexity level, and they can even do a 3D scan to show you a preview of your future smile.
And here's a final thought for you to mull over, building on that idea of commitment. The biggest selling point of clear aligners is that they're removable, that freedom.
Right.
But because of that strict 20 to 22-hour-a-day rule, the real decision comes down to this. How much do you value that removable convenience and aesthetic versus the foolproof, non-negotiable commitment you get with braces? Which form of accountability actually fits your life better? That's the real question.